Alright. We've loaded up into Fighting Spirit with Scaphism at the bottom right as our pink Terran. Good look, have fun's getting thrown down.
And on the bottom left side on Fighting Spirit, you get the blue Terran player, Dirtybag.
TBT. Kalevi, I'm a little bit out of the loop for TBT. Last time I checked, it was just crazy and insane. Has that changed at all? Has the Viking, the big Viking counts, made it a bit Viking siege tank?
No, actually last patch, since the Viking splash area got a little bit reduced and Viking ground mode isn't as insane anymore. I think Vikings are still great, but not it hasn't settled down to Viking siege tanks. Like TBT.
Wait, someone suggested lower ground attack Viking? What a hack.
Yeah, that was my suggestion. And I'm a Terran player, so it must have been insane.
Alright, okay. So, it isn't just Viking. That's actually been phased out a little bit already, I guess, or balanced out. So we shouldn't expect that sort of play going on. Interesting.
Yep.
And the recent Reaper changes also should make just like straight up Reaper to kill a Terran less viable.
It's actually, I mean, making the Reaper slide just resulted into vultures shutting down Reapers really hard. So in TVT, when you want to go Reapers, it would be more like in a situation where you go bio.
High five!
Where you go bio and you want to mix it up a little bit. So it's really more of a late game unit which can destroy siege tanks really easily. But I don't think we are going to see bio out of Dirtybag or Scaphism. They are usually straight up mech players.
Alright, really straight up. I mean, what do you think they're going to favor, though? Goliaths? And drop tech, or...
I know Dirtybag usually in TVT,
yeah, that's his
and
style.
in the time I've played him, he usually goes for these Goliath siege tank dropship, mass dropship game play. But yeah, that's only when he plays versus me. It doesn't need to be versus Scaphism, because Scaphism is a really good defensive player. He can defend these drops quite well.
Okay, so do you think that's going to be his go-to style this game, judging from what you played with him and what we know of Dirtybag?
I think Dirtybag will most likely go for 1-1-1 build into an expansion. That's usually how he plays. But I don't know which variation, because there's 1-1-1 gives still Terrans so many options on what he could do. Yeah, we are going to see it. 1-1-1.
Oh, we do have Spider Mines straight out of the gate. That is interesting. So
yep.
Scaphism starting up with Vultures and Spider Mines, while Dirtybag gonna get down his Goliaths that are really his favored unit early on in this matchup.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if he would go for a Goliath drop. Still a very effective strategy in TVT.
So how much is the Vultures, those Spider Mines? Really wondering how they'll pan out.
Well, the problem is not the Vultures by themselves. They do little damage against Goliaths. The problem is more about Spider Mines, because Spider Mines bring Goliaths down by 1 HP, because they do.
Or you get really lucky and get a tank, and that's just huge.
Oh, out of a Banshee, out of Scaphism. So he's going to do pressuring with Vultures at the front, and in the meantime getting Banshees. So Goliath should be a decent choice against that, because they are decent against Vultures and they are good against Banshees, of course.
This is a really pokey build so far. Oh, and he's gonna get a worker actually, despite there being a full wall up. Oh no! Oh man, that amuses me.
Base is under attack.
Technically could have had nothing, but still got 2 Marines in the SCV.
That's a dropship. There's a dropship. 3 Goliaths loaded. 3 Goliaths, and at the same time there goes the Banshees. So yeah, this is going to be. Yeah, Scaphism doesn't.
There's nothing at home. There's one tank.
If it pops out, will help a great deal. In the meantime, There's the Banshee. There's the Banshee. It's being sent home.
Oh, I was wondering, like, okay, is he gonna move over like 2 SCVs just to be ready for the repair? Because you know you'll need it.
He tries to get siege tanks, but gets gets repaired in time. Still, calling back the Banshee was a mistake in his opinion. He really missed the opportunity to do back damage to his opponent, and
very
Banshee
true.
didn't do much. Like,
Well,
if
I
you
don't
look
know. Like that would have required him to be able to do that on both fronts. Micro the tank, make sure it doesn't die. Like that was the thing that was like, all right, I can either die and not micro my tank, or screw up microing my tank, or I can not die and make sure that I focus all my attention on the tank. Right? Like, can you imagine him with those Goliaths and Dirtybag spaces, him trying to micro him while also microing that tank versus the Goliaths plus a dropship? That seems scary.
Still, but Dirtybag would have to micro two fronts, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, but
At
I mean,
least-
it'd only be cosmetic damage on Dirtybag's SCV line. Like, he might kill a few workers, right?
Yeah.
But that tank, if that died, he's so screwed with 4 Goliaths in his main, you know?
There were 3 Goliaths, but I get what you are trying to say. But and mines in the that's natural are going to block this expansion for a little bit longer.
The
But-
dropship.
Yep.
The
Dropship play,
Goliath is amping up.
dropship play out of Dirtybag, but Scaphism should have seen it with his spider mines. He's getting an expansion of his own. So Dirtybag with his Goliath dropship play, definitely countering what Scaphism tried to do with his vultures and banshees.
Lighter transmitter grabbed for Dirtybag, being grabbed now by Scaphism. An amazing upgrade in Starbo.
Yep. What did the
Oh.
loss? Yeah.
Oh, just cloak ran out. Alright. So both players are stabilizing with their naturals. Dirtybag does have that looming threat of double Goliath drop, which is just so strong if used well.
Yeah.
There is a Viking though.
Vikings aren't really that great at shutting down drops. They
I mean,
are
in
not,
combination with, I mean, they do kill them eventually, right?
but not if they are Goliaths.
But the siege tanks, if the siege tank's
Yeah.
present, the Goliaths aren't going to be shooting the Viking anytime soon over the siege tanks. Oh, and that's...
Yep.
Oh god.
Gets with all of his Goliaths out alive.
Yeah,
no,
that's
real
no SC2 Viking.
no real damage done.
Would you prefer to see just Goliaths instead to counter the drops?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Because
Really depends.
it depends on the situation, yeah. To defend many dropships, Vikings are usually better because they have the splash damage. But small drops, Vikings are usually a worse choice than Goliaths. So Dirtybag moves out, he saw the third bait out of Scaphism, which comes very early. So he tries to contain him, I believe, so that he can't take this third base without having to fight through Dirtybag's army. He doesn't.
Yeah, that contain's going to be powerful because he did bring a siege tank along. Oh, it doesn't
Yeah.
have siege mode, never mind.
Oh, did he forget siege mode?
He just didn't buy it. But yeah, I guess that tank's just not going to help out with contain at all. So I was thinking he'll be able to contain him forever because it's like 1 siege tank versus 4. So 1 siege tank obviously helps out a great deal. But this is going to get pushed away.
Yeah.
Rather
He
easily.
oh no, he loses.
Oh god!
Goliaths. Oh wow.
Oh no, miscontrol by Dirtybag, not reacting in time. His Goliath ate a huge chunk of tank shells.
I don't know why he doesn't get siege mode. He should have. I mean, has some money.
Even just 1 siege tank with siege mode denies a lot of the enemy siege tanks from going up.
Now he, yeah. Scaphism is going to.
Yeah,
get
he's
his
got to
third base.
cede all this territory.
He is going to, claim. He is going to push out, gets his third base, and that will equalize the supply again. Although Dirtybag, he goes for this dropship play, so this means that Scaphism has to put down a lot of missile turrets because they have boost.
Oh yeah, look at all that. Look at all those turrets on the left side of Scaphism's main.
Yeah. Dirtybag
Oh,
has
it's a
5
dropship.
dropships. 5 dropships. That's a very mobile army, which is weird when you think about it because it's mech.
Yeah, but I mean, Dirtybag's playing this, you know, sort of TVZ style SE2. We've seen this a lot from him, where he just really favors drops and Goliaths and poking everywhere. And it's been historically a very powerful playstyle, but Scaphism so far is countering it beautifully.
Yep, he has his turret ring up, so he is decently defended. He's even grabbing a 4th. Oh, Scaphism is playing very dirty.
Big
At
drop
income
at the
5
6.
dropships. Oh yeah, he's going to
Oh.
he's going to shut this down hard. This base is not going to go up for Scaphism. Has to cancel and
And you know what that was? That was Scaphism playing too greedy. He took too much territory too fast. He already took the 3. So he already has his siege tank line spread so thin. So that drop became incredibly effective because of how spread thin he was.
Yep.
Like, what do you think? What if you build a turret ring there first? And
it's still
take it.
it's still kind of a big investment. So if you build too many turrets, you are not going to have enough perhaps enough army to defend it. I don't know. It's very. I mean it
What? Oh god! Think about this. What if he did this? What if he used those as bait? Put like 3 siege tanks there and pretended he was building a base, but mine it up beforehand. That would be beautiful. That would be a pimp display.
Dirtybag putting down a bunker on the top right side just to see if Scaphism wants to.
What
play
Scaphism is playing, man, he is a base hog. He wants all the command centers, which is so weird because I'm thinking like, okay, with how defensive he's playing and how aggressive Dirtybag's being, like he'd want to like kind of be compact.
Dirtybag played really smartly. He took that 6 base base at 6 o'clock down, and he just, since all his stuff is already there, he just throws down an expansion himself. So he's even now further ahead than he was before. But
I
still,
wonder how many of those missile turrets you can hit in the main of Scaphism if you put a single siege tank right on the edge.
I think just
the one. No, I think you can hit 2.
Yeah, 2, at most 3. Oh, the big drop north coming, trying to kill Scaphism's base, but he has got a lot of missile turrets into position.
Oh, he's flying into the line.
Oh, loses 2, almost 3 dropships, but he's going to claim the high ground, and there's not much Scaphism can do about it, unless perhaps he has to run into siege tanks, and siege tanks do so much damage when they're already pre-siege.
He's making it work though. He's going to take a cost-efficient trade against these tanks. Oh, but at the cost of so many workers.
Yeah.
Thank God for SCV drop down Imba.
Well, still, that was very costly for Scaphism. It was certainly an efficient attack for Dirtybag in the sense that he already has the economic advantage, and now it's even greater. He can afford to lose so many units at the moment.
Even the missile turret line went down.
Yeah.
That was what, 5 missile turrets in a row?
Yeah. So he has to rebuild.
$500. That was more expensive than the CC.
Missile turrets are $75.
Oh yeah.
These are Brood War missile turrets.
We've got full Brood War turrets now. You can spam the hell out of them. It's fantastic. And so the Cold War begins.
Yeah, it's very cold. It's very snowy.
Staring down siege tanks, and now it's up. It's a game of poke and prod and take the rest of the map.
So, does he know about the base on the top? I don't know.
There's scans going down everywhere.
Yeah. Scaphism has more scans than Dirtybag. No, 3 orbitals against 3 orbitals, right? But Scaphism has to get another base soon, because otherwise...
It's all LiDAR, so the scans are going to be going on non-stop this TVT.
denies the top base of Dirtybag. And I don't think he will be able to put any pressure at such 9 o'clock.
Is he gonna encapsulate this and is his territory, or is he gonna pull back? Because there is that middle path that Dirtybag can always take through. He's just gonna pull back, make sure he's defending his 3 o'clock. He's really skimp on defenses with this roving force out and about.
Ooh. Ah, okay.
Dirtybag, big drop gearing up.
Where? Ah, there. Ooh. So many dropships. Well, one dropship is at 1 HP. That's
Yeah.
kind of risky. It gets targeted down.
That could warrant a drop, an SCV drop. Oh no, it's in the front too. I don't know if Dirtybag realizes, but that's gonna get nuked immediately, and that's 2 siege tanks.
I don't know where he wants to drop though. I mean, perhaps the top base again. Yeah.
He's got it prepped. Okay, he is sending off a pack of 3 to go do something. Oh, he's gonna drop on these tanks.
On top of these siege tanks.
He's basically using them as combat drops.
Yeah. Trades 3 siege tanks against 1, always a very good trade.
And that pump Scaphism to burst through!
Wow. Yeah,
Breaks
he
that
realized there were so many forces out of position. And not out of position, but not there to reinforce this contain. And now Dirtybag tries to put pressure on the 3 o'clock again. But Scaphism will have siege tanks in position to deal with that.
I mean, I don't know. Dirtybag might have a position on the CC.
Perhaps, but Scaphism has the high points. So
he's barely there in time.
He has too many siege tanks in my position, in my opinion. There, he could easily get 4 siege tanks out of there. But the good thing is, he won't be able to break it. No, Scaphism tries to put. Oh, he's going to take out 6 o'clock.
Oh, and they're out of range of the planetary. It's absolutely useless. And Scaphism, sensing weakness towards the top, he's actually pushing out with a big force, while all of Dirtybag's siege tanks, or at least the ones out in the map, are kind of split around the map.
One siege tank defensively can do a lot. Oh, dropships are going to annihilate these forces out of Scaphism. Very clutch defense out of Dirtybag. This command center was
Dirtybag scanned. Oh, he's gonna elevate to the main, by the way. He's taking down the turret network. It looks like he might drop there. Oh yeah, he's gonna do it.
Scaphism Dirtybag's dropship play is still so effective. It makes mech really mobile, when usually it isn't. Scaphism though has some forces in the position to deal with this drop, but it's
really
should
scary
be able to defend it.
That's just the scariest position ever.
In the meantime, Dirtybag is claiming 2 other bases. One of them is going to go down, luckily for Scaphism.
I don't see him holding those. Scaphism's been 2 on top of controlling territory with his roaming band of mech.
Yeah,
well,
even though
it's... Go ahead.
No, you go.
I mean, Dirtybag's threatening the factory.
Tops of Spider-Man. Sorry.
You really need to do some damage. Dirtybag needs to do damage with this mech that's attacking the main ground. If he doesn't get anything done, it's not like he was contesting territory or denying expansions. While Scaphism's roaming group of mech has been actively killing CCs.
Yeah. I think now that this force has been cleaned up, Scaphism will try to put pressure on 6 o'clock. Oh, big battle in the middle of the map. It looks like...
got the siege off a second earlier.
Yeah, and that's so important. Siege takes a really long time. It takes 4 seconds to siege. So...
Yeah.
He can even...
And just with the high burst damage, that initial volley is so important.
He can't just pick up these siege tanks that drop on top and clean the rest up.
Alright, what do you think? We've got that base up towards the top of Dirtybag. He managed to sneak that in. Oh, he's gonna have 2 high ground tanks. That's gonna be really painful to deal with.
That's the problem with Scaphism's gameplay. I mean, he has a really strong and high siege tank count, but he can't really push effectively high ground positions because he doesn't have dropships, unlike Dirtybag. And yeah, He has to.
Oh man, he's just gonna go
Oh,
full force into this. This is gonna be brutal.
it's going to be.
This is not the
these
smart way to
siege
bust a
tanks-
choke.
These siege tanks are going to do a lot of damage. I think he may be able to
Did
kill
that
this
just
base.
kill him? I think that just killed him. I think he's just dead now. Look at the supply.
Yeah, he may be able to deny this base, but at what cost? He lost half his army. Dirtybag is pushing at the natural in the meantime. He will most likely take the natural out or force a lift off, but there are forces in position so that the main doesn't fall. The 6 o'clock is under pressure though, so Dirtybag is losing many bases, and he will, if he loses this base, he will be down on one base only.
The existing army, of course, is very important because without siege tanks, you're not holding anything, holding any territory whatsoever. And if we look at the siege tank count, what do we have? We've got Dirtybag with 26 siege tanks. We've got Scaphism with 20, down to 19. Oh, and he's losing tanks for free. They're attack commanding the planetary fortress and just getting killed by unsieged siege tanks. That shouldn't have happened.
Scaphism is locked down in his main. He has to break this, and this is another cost-efficient trade for Dirtybag once again to push if he pushes down that choke. I know it's not too bad.
Not too bad. He had a really nice concave, and it was a flank.
Yeah. Still, he lost three siege tanks. Almost have no HP whatsoever.
That actually evened up the siege tank disparity. It's now 24 siege tanks to 19.
Another big drop in the main. Siege tanks in position out of Scaphism, but no, he drops down on the bottom, and ouch, this is going to hurt Scaphism more.
Oh, loses the first two immediately.
Ouch.
Alright, Goliaths are darting in it, back and in to try to absorb fire.
At the end of the day, Scaphism, Dirtybag got the top base, got the left base going, so Scaphism is really down in supply and economies. He has to play really smart if he wants to get back into this game.
You know, the unit count is so close, the vast majority of that supply difference is all in dropships.
Yeah.
And it's really the income tab where Dirtybag is winning hand over fist. We've got 2,500 mineral income per tick right now for Dirtybag versus 1k. It is just, it's getting bad.
He cannot push up this position. There are 2 siege tanks in position, which sounds really silly because Scaphism has so many siege tanks, but he has
Well, they're all red health.
yeah, but also the high ground just makes it impossible to push up this choke.
It looks
there are
like you
even
could
more
pretty
siege
easily...
tanks.
Oh, no, now there's too
No.
many. No, that's not happening. But yeah, you see the difference those dropships makes with how much versatility you have and what strategy you proceeded to go about on the map.
Dirtybag is getting +3/+3 already. It's on the way, while yeah, Scaphism still is at 2-1. But he can't claim any part of the map at the moment. The top left.
I don't see why Scaphism can't just grab that 12. You know, just start mining there.
He has to get some forces over there to defend it, but it would be so hard to defend it if Dirtybag tries to drop there with dropships. Like, I don't think he can hold it. If
He would have
tries
to keep
claim it.
most of his army there. But I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, he needs to do that. He needs to really commit to a position and hold it because he's out of income. At the 3
should-
o'clock, his last mineral patch is drying up. It's at 4 minerals left.
If one spider mine hits, so many siege tanks are going to blow up.
The GG mine.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, Goliath. Finding an opening.
Yep. He
Oh
will
god, that's scary. Oh god.
sneak just past.
Oh
Oh, so many siege tanks going down or drops to defend
no!
it.
Oh god.
GG.